Have you ever had to make one of those decisions that you knew was going to be a tough one, that you knew that was going to upset some people, maybe ruffle a few feathers? If you have, and I'm sure you have, stick with me here a little bit because I want to talk about something that my family and I had to go through here about a year and a half ago. My name is Adam, and I want to welcome you to my channel, Gratitude and Harmony. We're kind of changing up the setting a little bit. A little cold outside, a little windy, so I thought we'd sit by the fireplace today and talk a little bit, because I've been kind of reflecting a lot over the last couple of years. And if you caught my last video, you heard me mention the song Strong by Ann Wilson was kind of that spark that gave me a little nudge to get my faith woken back up a little bit. And I mentioned that it led to something bigger. And part of that whole story is what I want to talk about today, and that's that really tough decision that I had to make for my family. About a year and a half ago, we came across a time where we had been at a church for almost 20 years. It was our church home. We had a lot of people we loved there. I served there. I served on the worship band. I was even an elder for a little while. But we had moved away, and we were still going for a while, but it became more difficult to get there because it was so much further away. And I just felt like God was telling me to get a little bit closer to home. So I had to make a very difficult decision for my family to switch churches. And it was very difficult to do because of all of the relationships that I had made there for my entire life, it seems like, for 20 years. And I could name so many people that mean so much to me at that church. I'm going to shout out one in particular person, and he was actually the pastor of the church, or still is the pastor. His name is Scott. And I'm going to shout him out because of something that I have thanked him for before, but I'm going to shout it out again to him. Several years ago, I started out just doing sound at the church, and I started to try to play acoustic guitar, and I got to play it for a little bit here and there with the worship band. And Scott encouraged me to try playing some electric and lead guitar, and I was like, I don't think I'm good enough, but okay, I'll give it a shot. Next thing you know, I'm filling in as lead guitar player for a little while, and then all of a sudden I am the lead guitar player full time. Okay, that would be awesome if that was it, but it's not it. Fast forward a couple of years, and he sees a video of me playing keyboard on one song. And he says, I didn't know you played keyboards. And I'm like, I really don't. I just kind of know that song. And he said, well, you should try playing keys at church. And I'm like, I'm not good enough to do that. Well, okay, I worked at it a little bit. And next thing you know, I'm playing acoustic guitar, I'm playing lead guitar, and I'm playing keys at my church. And it's all because Scott encouraged me. He didn't make me do anything, but he encouraged me and made me get out of my comfort zone a little bit. And he even did the same thing with singing as well a little after that. And next thing you know, I was leading worship a couple of times here and there when I needed to do that. So he would encourage me to come out of my comfort zone. And now all of a sudden I'm playing with my dad all the time, acoustic guitar duo, and I have to sing. I don't know if I'd be able to do that if Scott hadn't at least encouraged me to try. And at the church I'm at now, I play exclusively keyboards. I got to play acoustic guitar on one song in the past year. Other than that, I play keys. So it's kind of strange how things have come about, but I owe Scott a huge debt of gratitude for doing that for me. And I could say so many other things that he didn't just help me musically, but since that is a big part of this channel, I thought that would be important to point out. So to Scott, thank you, and to everyone at my old church. I still love you guys, and I miss you, I really do. And you know, as I've kind of looked back over these last couple of years here and started this little video arc of those last couple of years, I look back and I realize something very important But sometimes God is talking to us, and He's actually trying to get you to try something new. Uh, Sound familiar, Scott? God is leading us into something new. And going to a new church was something I didn't want to do, but I think God was leading us there. And during this reflection time, if you watch my channel at all, you know that I build a lot of devotions around songs, and sometimes the song fits with the devotion, and that's kind of where we're at on this one. There's been a song I've been listening to a lot lately because it's fairly new on the radio, and it's a new version of the old hymn, It Is Well With My Soul, and Mercy Me does it, and it's called Make It Well. And it's on the soundtrack to the movie I Can Only Imagine 2, which if you haven't seen it, go. I am not kidding. It's a great movie. You will not be disappointed. But I'd like to play the chorus to that song for you right now, if you don't mind. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. Whatever my lot, you are still my God. It is well with my soul. You know, most people hear that song or that hymn and think it's only for funerals, death of a loved one, or a tragedy. And don't get me wrong, it is great for those things, especially if you know the backstory to why the hymn was written in the first place. And if you don't know that, Google it. Google It Is Well With My Soul, and why it was written. It's a very interesting story. Sad, but very interesting. But I've been kind of using that chorus that I just sang, as I've been listening to this song a lot lately, as more of a message of trusting God through different seasons of my life, and especially this difficult season, and letting Him guide my steps. Psalm 32:8, the Lord says, I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you. God promises us that He will guide us on the right path and watch over us. You know, I didn't want to leave the church and the people that I love so dearly, but I felt like I was being led to do what was best for my family and for me. And being a part of my new church over the past year or so, I see more clearly that God was working in ways that I didn't fully understand at the time. And sometimes that's what it takes. We don't see or recognize God's guidance until we reflect back. And I believe that is what's happening right now. And what's nice is I still get to go back every once in a while and visit that church and see old friends and get to play with the worship band that I will forever hold right here in my heart, because that's where I cut my teeth playing. And I will forever love every single one of those people that I got to play with there at the church. But you know, as the song said, no matter my lot, it is well with my soul. And you know, maybe you're facing one of those difficult decisions, one that might ruffle some feathers, rub some people the wrong way, make a few people angry, but you know that it's probably the right one for you or your family. It very well could be God telling you He's got something new for you. And I'm telling you, trust God. That's what the psalmist said. Trust that God is guiding you and guiding your steps. Well, you know, if reflections like this and songs like this encourage you, I'd love to have you follow along as we continue this journey here on Gratitude and Harmony. I appreciate each and every one of you stopping by and visiting today. If you missed the video that I did prior to this on Ann Wilson Strong, I'm going to have that video come up next. You can click on it if you missed it, or if you would like to rewatch it, because that was the song that kind of gave me that spark to keep moving forward. And I think you will enjoy that video. So until next time, keep your feet on the ground, and keep reaching for the one that created the stars. Have a blessed week.